Okay, so I have recently went to this second-hand shop that I'd never really go to, and I found this doll that gave me lots of nostalgia. So my sibling had this doll that they used to play with, and I found the exact same doll in this second-hand shop, but it has like some differences. So yeah, I want to do a restoration video on them, so let's have a look. Okay, so this is the doll that I got. And they didn't come with any clothes, so I decided to make something quick just to cover them up for the video. And by the way, this, you know what, this is actually not too much of a bad outfit. This took me literally seconds to make. It's out of a white sock. It looks very wintry and it looks so cozy in it. Like, doesn't that look so cozy? It looks kind of like a fleece dress and everything. I just look so cozy and everything. I think it will look even better like if she had like a necklace and something, and if I kind of like, you know, put something at the bottom, like some sort of lace, or maybe I could just like fold it in and sew it like that to stop it from like fraying away. And I wouldn't say I'm like the best at like making clothes for dolls and stuff. I don't really enjoy making clothes for dolls. Like ponies, on the other hand, is a lot more straightforward and easy, because I mean, I'm just working with squares. And with dolls, it's a lot more complicated. And yeah, I need to try and make a pattern or find a pattern for doll clothes. Anyway, let me tell you more about this doll. I found them in a charity shop and they cost me £1. So I decided to pick them up because I knew that they were vintage, and I already do have like a doll that's in the exact same body mold and face mold and everything. And I was like, oh my goodness, I should like get another one. And this one has purple hair. The one that I already do have has like short curly sort of like dirty blonde hair, and like their body is like really shiny. It's like made of a different sort of plastic, and like this one, I'm like so drawn to them, and I love the purple hair. I've never had like a doll that's had like purple hair, and it's in like a vintage. So like, look at that face, like look at that face. And I was just like really drawn to them, and it's just like the purple hair, just like yes, and in like the vintage sort of like body mold and face mold and everything. And I originally thought that this was a Barbie doll. And then I done some investigating and I looked at the back of the doll, and it's actually made by a brand called Simba, and it's made in China, and this is actually called a Steffi love doll. So yeah, this is not a Barbie doll, this is Steffi. This is Steffi! And when I saw them in the shop in the box container thing, I thought they would make like a really good sort of like Lottia doll, like because of the purple hair. So I'm thinking of like making them like a Lottia sort of dress. I'm making them into like a Lottia. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing that, and I think I'll probably will do that. So yeah, I'm going to restore this doll. So I'm going to fix up the hair, give them a new outfit, and the hair, like originally it looks like it's kind of like loose wave sort of curl riglet maybe. It's like loose curls that has some grass in its hair. So yeah, that's what I think what the original hairstyle was. So let's get on with this video and let's fix them up. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to brush out this doll's hair. So I'm going to lie it flat on their back, and I'm going to be using just a regular hairbrush. And if you're wondering what is going on with this hairbrush, is that I've used this for my Build-A-Bear ponies because I had to fix them up, and yeah, so that's why there's loads of different coloured hair on it. It's off my Build-A-Bears, so yeah. And there is some moisturiser in this hairbrush as well, because you know, I needed moisturiser to straighten the pony's hair, so that's why this brush is in this state. So to start off, what I always do is at first try to like separate the hair into sections and try to brush it out the best I can using my fingers, because I think your fingers are the most safest tools to use. So now after I try to separate this doll's hair using my fingers the best that I can, I try to like put it into like sections, but like I think this will be fine. So yeah, after I've done that, I'm just gonna like grab like near the root of the hair like this, and I'm gonna start brushing out the doll's hair starting at the ends using the brush. Now the reason why I'm holding the doll's hair is because I don't want to like pull any hair out, so that's just in case that happens. And you want to be as gentle as you can with it, starting from the ends and working your way up. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to flip them on their front, and I'm going to brush the other side as well, so I can try and get all of the hair strands. So yeah, you just want to be as gentle as possible while constantly flipping them on the other side. And yeah, the ends of this doll's hair looks a lot better now, and I can actually brush through them pretty well now. And I'm just going to work my way up very gently, and you want to take your time. It's best to take your time in everything. If you want the best result, take your time. Patience, time and effort makes you achieve anything, which is my slogan, so I stick by that, and honestly, it is worth the patience. The result is worth it. And I'm going to try and separate the doll's hair as much as I can. And if you get like little knots that you come across, just you can separate them just like with your fingers and stuff, and just be really gentle with it. And yeah, just separate it until the knot comes out. And it may be easier if you put the hair into sections, so you can like concentrate on a specific part of the hair and get the knots out easier. Again, remembering to flip the doll to brush the other side of the hair. And after I brushed out a section, I can make a new section and start to brush that out. Okay, so I've managed to brush out the doll's hair, and now it's all like fluffy and puffy and everything like that. So now what I need to do is I need to brush out the fringe or the bangs if you're American or whatever you are. Wow, okay, so oh wow, look at that. Oh, that is a knot. So I'm just gently gonna brush this out. So this hair looks pretty dry and damaged, and I think it's like breaking off a bit. Look at that. Ooh. So I'm just gonna, what has happened to this poor doll? This is so bad. I don't know if I should stop brushing. Yeah, I think it's like snapping off. It's so dry that the hair is kind of snapping off. Like only with the fringe. Wow, that is pretty sad. What? Yeah, I might need to get the scissors. Can't try and... What is going on here? My. Yeah, that is a mess. Whoa. Okay, so I just finished brushing out the fringe, and this is what it looks like. I didn't cut any of the hair or anything, and this doll is missing a few hair plugs right there. Ooh. So I'm thinking of like maybe one day I can like find some purple hair and like put some hair plugs in and give them a full head of hair again. And I think that's the only bald spot that they have. It's a very minor issue, and you know, so it's not terrible really. It's just a few plugs. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and give them a little bath, and I'm gonna wash the hair and everything, and I'm gonna take the price tag off their stomach. Then I'll be back. Okay, so I am back now, and Steffi has finished having their little bath, and I washed the hair and everything, and I've brushed it out a bit as well. It is still a bit damp, so I'm gonna wait for it to dry a little bit more. So I'm just gonna brush it out a bit. Okay, so since the hair is a bit frizzy, I am going to attempt to straighten it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some moisturizer. It doesn't have to be expensive moisturizer. And I'm just going to put it all over the doll's hair, really. But I'm going to like do it into sections. So I'm going to straighten the doll's hair into sections and stuff. So I'm going to concentrate on this section right here to straighten first. So that's what I'm going to do. You really want to focus the moisturizer on the ends, and this acts as like a heat protectant for the doll, so it doesn't burn or dry out and snap and etc. And I'm just going to brush out the ends using my little comb, and I want it to be as straight as I can to get rid of the frizz. So I'm just going to brush out the hair using my comb. Again, notice how I started from the ends, working my way up. But after I've done that, I'm going to get my straightener. So I stole these off my sibling because I don't use straighteners, and I'm assuming this is on a low heat setting. So can you hear the sizzle? So that's the moisturizer, and I'm just gently, slowly going through the doll's hair to straighten it. like that. And I'm going to brush through it again, like so. And the hair looks a lot more straighter, like that. I'm going to straighten it again, like that. Straighten it a few times. And yeah, so the frizz is getting, you know, less and less visible and getting more and more eliminated. So I'm gonna do that multiple times on the whole head of hair while constantly reapplying the moisturizer. That is essential. Keep reapplying the moisturizer because you really do not want your doll's hair to fry off. So it is essential and everything. And you just want to straighten it and go through it as many times as you want until you're satisfied of what it turns out to look like. So I'm going to do that to the full head of this doll and go through it as many times as I want, really. And again, constantly reapplying the moisturizer as I go along. Okay, so after I've like finished straightening multiple sections, what I like to do is I like to like moisturize it all together, starting from the root to the tip. And it's really important to cover every single strand of hair with the moisturizer because you cannot risk burning this doll's hair. If you miss just a tiny bit, that will probably burn off and everything. And you really want to concentrate the moisturizer specifically on the end, since that's where the most damage is, and that is where the damage is. So yeah, you want to do that as well, but make sure you get the root of the hair as well. And I like to get a comb and like brush it through to the ends like that, and it straightens out the hair. So that's what I do when I finish doing like multiple sections. So after I've moisturised all the sections together, I like to get the straightener and I straighten them all together like so they can be one. Yeah, so that's what I like to do after I finish multiple sections. Re-moisturise it, brush it through using a comb and straighten it again like so. Okay, so now I have finished straightening all of the doll's hair, and yes, their head did fall off, and it kind of made it easier to kind of like get around like the back of the head. So yeah, be free to rip your doll's head off to do this if you can, and if it's safe to do so for them. So yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is I need to wash all of this moisturizer out. So I'm gonna go and use Head and Shoulders shampoo again to wash the hair, and then I'll be back. Okay, so hello, we are back, and I have just finished washing out all of the moisturizer out of Steffi's hair, and it looks a lot better now. Like there's hardly no frizz, and I did like blow dry it with the hair dryer as well, and I think I did manage to wash out all of the moisturizer, but I'm not sure. But the hair looks so shiny now, so I'm like just brushing it with the Zelf comb. It's a clean comb, so it doesn't have any moisturizer in it, so it's a completely fresh clean comb. And yeah, I'm just like brushing out the hair, and this is what the ends look like now. As you can see, it's a lot better than it was, and there is like some of these like extra long bits here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like trim them off using a pair of sharp hair cutting scissors. So yeah, I mean you could just use sharp scissors, but yeah, I'm just gonna like cut off all of like the extra long bits like that, just to try and neaten it up a bit. And yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna like take away any like length from the hair, because I want it to like, you know, I want them to still have long hair, and I'm not gonna like trim like any of it off basically, regardless. So yeah, I'm just gonna brush it through and just trim all the little straggly bits like there, sort of thing, like the little extra long hair that isn't like right and isn't really meant to be there. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so I am back from cutting Steffi's hair and cutting off all of the little straggly long bits, and I do think there is still moisturizer in the hair, so I didn't really do a good enough job washing out all of the moisturizer. So I need to wash that out again and try and wash it out again using the Head and Shoulders shampoo. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in their new outfit and I'm going to style the hair after I've managed to wash all of this moisturizer out, because you can tell that like the hair's greasy, so that means that the moisturizer unfortunately didn't all get washed out. So I need to wash all that out first, and then I can, like, you know, put rollers in the hair, because if you put rollers in the hair while it has moisturizer in, the curls will just fall out and it just won't really work. So that's why it's important to wash out all of the moisturizer of the hair. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to style the hair and put them in their new outfit that I am going to make. So yeah. Okay, it's now a new day and a new background, as you can see here. And I have the finished result of my Steffi Love doll, and here they are. So they all clean and freshened up now, and I did not decide to curl the hair, but I did wash out all of the moisturizer. I styled the hair by putting like some little black little ribbons in the hair, because I thought it was kind of like, ooh, that's kind of unusual, and I like it. So yeah, I just put like some black ribbons in the hair, and I give them like a little black ribbon hairband thing right there as well. Okay, so the outfit, I'm not very good at making like clothes for dolls in general, so it isn't very good. It's quite poorly made and everything. So yeah, it's kind of made in two pieces, like you can see how messy it is. So I'm not good at all at making like doll clothes or anything, but yeah, I've tried to make it kind of like a gothic Lottia, which was my original plan. So yes, I give him like a little choker as well. I was like, oh, that kind of goes, I guess. I give him some ribbons as well here. I want to put like ribbons on like the two little sleeves here. This sleeve is longer than that sleeve and it kind of annoys me, so I kind of need to redo that. I give them like some little bracelet things. I basically just painted some lace and I kind of made a choker and I made some bracelets as well. I found some black, well, one of the shoes just fell off. So as I was saying, I found some black doll shoes. I got lucky because I found these in a charity shop. I found like a little plastic bag of doll shoes and I got them because I was like, oh, I could use them for like Steffi. So yes, I put these black boots on them, and they could look better like if they had like stockings, like socks, long socks. I don't know if you call them stockings or whatever. I'm like stammering, I'm sorry. And everything. For the underskirt, I basically used like a curtain, like a kitchen curtain that like, it was like my mum's friend and she was chucking out like an old kitchen curtain or something, I don't know. And asked if I wanted it. I was like, yes, I need it for my doll. So yeah, I just put some lace around the dress. It took me ages to make this because I just needed to figure everything out. I needed to make the pattern for it and everything, and it isn't greatly done. Like, look, like the underskirt's like falling down. Look at that, it's like falling down. That's embarrassing. And again, I am not good at all making doll clothes. I'm very new. This is like the first like doll pattern for clothes, like for like a Steffi doll or like a Barbie doll, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty bad, I know. It took me ages to figure things out, and it took me ages to get like this, like the shirt bit of it right. So yeah, and I know that they look kind of like a toilet roll cover. I mean, I could use them as a toilet roll cover, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, this is their outfit and this is their look. So yeah, this is my gothic Lottia Steffi Love inspired outfit. So yeah, hopefully in the future I can improve on making doll clothes, or maybe I might make them a new outfit or something, maybe, I don't know. And to remove the choker, I actually need to like take off the head. That's how I got it on, because it's actually like sewn on. So to get that off, I need to like take off a head. So just as a little side fact there. So yeah, that is about it for this video. Be free to leave a cheeky little like and a friendly little comment. And thank you all so much for watching, and bye!